Hey everyone, it's Nicole, aka Miss Writes Trends, and if you don't know by now, I am actually doing a video. It's somewhat of a tutorial. It's more so a get ready with me type of series. And I say series because I had to chop it up because if not, it was going to be like a 40-minute long video, and I didn't want to do that. So I'm doing each thing step by step. That way, there is just less monotonous that way. So I'm going to combine two steps, but on one part of my face, which is my eyes. Yes, darling. So the first step is me doing my highlight. I do my highlight first because it's a liquid highlighter, and I find that it's easier as far as blending goes for me to not or for me to do this step first. The highlighter that I use is by e.l.f. It's under eye concealer and highlighter. Obviously, I'm not going to use the concealer because that's way too light for me. But I definitely use the highlighter. I really wish that they sold this separate. They don't. It's kind of irritating. And I have to go all the way to Target to get it because they don't sell it anywhere else. They don't even sell this at Walmart. Makes me sad. All right. So I just dab a little bit on my hand like that. And I take a little fluffy angled brush by no one. The little set that I bought. It's a really cheap set that I bought on eBay. Kind of disappointed because a lot of them shed. So, all right. So I start and dab this underneath my bridge. That's where I want to start off at. And with this, you want to be careful too with how it dries because once it's dried. Like it's stuck. You're not moving it. And I'm just going to put a little excess underneath. Ta-la! So I do let it dry up a little bit because I want it to have that white feel to it. Remember, we added concealer underneath there. So if you rub it in too much, the concealer is going to turn it brown. So you want to do like a dab and then a slide down. That's how I'm doing it right now. Just to make sure that it gets underneath. And I'm going to go for more of a nighttime look because I'm going on a date. Ooh. Yes, your girl is going on a date. I won't tell you with who because he's probably watching. All right. I might have to get some more. See, and it kind of started doing it over here. It wasn't letting me move it. Okay. If I get quiet, that means I'm trying to concentrate. I'm like, I'm not ignoring you. You're still here with me. I promise. Okay. If you find that you went over a little bit into your eyebrows, then you can go back to your brow pencil and then go over those parts. Is okay. Ta-da! Don't worry, I'm not gonna stay like this. All right, so the next step is actually a very important step. I'm going to add primer so my shadow can just pop out into the universe. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I know what you're saying. This woman is one of those people that swears by MAC. I don't swear by MAC. I swear by quality. Quality is very important to me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to look into getting some Jeffree Star lip stain because I love it. I love the way it looks on camera, and I'm really considering getting some. I want some. By the way, my birthday is next week. I'll have the address and no, I'm just kidding. Um, I I was using e.l.f. Eye primer before I moved over to this, and by the end of the day, I would see a lot of creases. My makeup was coming off, and that was not good. So this lady turned me on to MAC Groundwork. It's the Prolong Paint Pot for primer, and I've had this ever since. And with this stuff, a little bit goes a long way, as you can see. It's getting there, but I've had this for a long time. I've had this for almost a year now, so it lasts as long as you don't use it. You don't really need a lot because the more you put on there, it gets a little gunky. So yeah, you don't want to. What is this? It's just people walking by. I'm like, okay. It never really happens like this, so it's a pretty quiet apartment complex. So I take it and I apply it to my lid first. Start on the inside and work my way out. And what I do here is I create that wing notion, like I'm going to make a wing eye, and stop there. And I go all the way up to where I put my highlight on, not all the way up to my brow. And then I bring it on the inside because I put a highlight on the inside of my eye as well. And there you have it. I'm gonna do the other side. Alrighty, so there you have it. I'm gonna keep this out because I have a feeling I'm gonna be needing it. I'm just fixing my eyebrow because I noticed it was laying on top of my highlight. Okay, so the next step is to apply my shadows. I use the Maybelline Nudes palette. They have a new one out. It has like a rosy look to it. Probably won't be getting that. I just like nude. I like nude. I like golds. I like browns and like earthy tones. That's just me. I like that. I do use black sometimes. So as you can see, you know which ones are my favorite. So I might have to buy a new one just so I could have this gold. But I love this gold. Like every palette that I've ever had, if they have this color gold, I always use it up. Like it's gone. All right, so I take this color, and by the way, I'm using Eco Tools. It's a little travel kit that they sell. But this is a flat brush. It goes thin to wide, and it's tapered. All of these brushes that I have are tapered. The tapered brushes are actually good for blending. So if you ever want to know how to blend, get tapered brushes. That helps. If you get just like a regular brush that is not tapered, then all you're doing is applying the makeup. It doesn't help for blending. That's just my opinion. So I take this color And it actually has instructions on the back on how to use it. If you want to use 2 colors all the way to 3, yeah, or no, 4 colors actually. So it gives you instructions on how to use, 2, 3, and 4 colors all at once. I actually only use 3 colors, but I don't follow the instructions. I do it based on how I like it on my eye. And that's pretty much how I do all of my makeup styles. Everyone's different on what they're comfortable with. So I'm doing it the way, if there is no method to my madness, I do it the way I see it fit on my eye. So we already have the highlight, so you don't have to worry about that part. So what I do with the gold color, this is the darker gold because I'm going to use 2 golds, as I apply it to the mid part and some part of this, the beginning on the inside, and to the somewhat of the end, because I'm applying 2 colors on the inside and 1 on the outside. So I don't want to put too much of this color because I want there to be some part of it where it's empty enough for me to apply the other colors. And I just pull that up into the highlight. And when I put it on, it's more of a dabbing motion, especially on the inside where all the color is going to be. It's more of a dabbing motion. Once you get on the outside, then you can start doing strokes. I'm using my camera as a reference. Ta-da! And then the same for the other side. Okay, so the next step is going to be to apply the darker color. So I take it's an angle brush. It's a little fluffy, and again, it's tapered. So I'm taking this dark brown color, this one right here, and I'm going to press in the color first, where I want it to start to do the smoke. So I have to remember to do stuff on this side first because I think you can see it better. I'm used to doing it from right to left, so bear with me. So I use my eyeball as my guide. So I start on the outside of my eyeball, pressing it in, and then I go up and around my eyeball. If you need to reapply, you can, but just be careful because it comes off really dark. All right, so that's where the smoke is gonna start. I'm gonna do the other side, okay? All right, so what you're gonna do now is now that you don't have a lot of color, since you did this eye on there, you're gonna start smoking out the outside part. So just bring out this part, and then you want to pull it down into the side of your eye. So what you should see is the concentration of where the color was where you applied it, and then you're gonna smoke it out, and it's gonna be blended into the gold. And you want to pull this color up into your highlight, but don't cover the highlight though. If you need to reapply, just a little dab, like not even that much. That's how strong this color is. All right, so start that color off in the middle so you can get rid of the excess, And then you're gonna go ahead and use that awesome tapered power. Make sure you're getting the outside of your eye. And you want to smoke out the inside too. Pull it up into your highlight, not too much though. And I'm just making dabbing motions with small strokes. And I think I'm going to apply more color on the inside where we first applied it, just to make sure that it's in there. Ta-da. If you're not good at blending, these brushes help so much with that. They really do. Don't worry about over smoking it because we're going to clean it up when we get our concealer going. I do my eyes first and then the concealer because it cleans up any excess that I don't want. Alright, so now we're going to do the inside. I have not forgotten, I promise. The camera is good as a point of reference. I really like this because it helps me see what's not blended and what needs more color, what have you. All right, and if you need to go back and reblend this part, you can take your gold brush. It should still have gold on it, and then just do one side on one side and then the other side on the other. Perfection. I love it. So now I'm going to take this light, beautiful, festive gold color, and I'm going to start on the inside of my eye and work my way more inward. But I usually start on the inside of my eye and then drag the color up into the gold. It adds a brightness to your makeup. All right, that is done. And there we have eyes. So next, well, just stay tuned. I'll explain it in the next video. Until the next video.